Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Programming with a Purpose. This is the part 2 of the habit tracker series in which I am going to show you how I am going to create a new task and how I am going to create the UI of a scheduler that I can use in future to schedule notifications for different habits that I want to create. Let's get started. So the next step is the creation of a task creation view, and I'm setting some of the variables in it like display task creation view and then a description and task image and a selected option for my newly created task. Then a variable to control the display of the image selection view. I'm going to show you what will be the image selection view. Then a start date and some other properties which I'm going to use one by one in my code. So here I'm creating the image which I've set default as a bicycle image and some properties of it. Then a button is attached which is basically an edit button with the icon of a pencil on it to basically change the image that we have already selected or change the default image. Now I'm moving back to the landing screen that I've created in my previous tutorial, and here I am basically calling the task creation view when a button is clicked, and that button is basically the plus button that we have added in the landing screen, and it is going to present a full view of the task creation view on the top of the landing screen. So when I played the code, you can see that this is the view that we have created up till now. An image of basically the task and a small pencil icon at the bottom of this image, so that we can change it by clicking on this button of edit image. The next step is creating a text field that can help us to enter the details of the task or the name of the task, and after that a picker is created with the style of segmented picker style, which is going to let us change between the mode of scheduling. It can be daily, weekly, or monthly. So I've played the code and you can see that this is the UI we have created up till this point. So here I am adding a new view, image selection view, to basically change the image of the task. So I'm adding another view to my image selection view, which is basically a habit cell view. It is just an image of the different tasks that we want to create. So I have created a list of images inside my tasks data dot images array. I'm going to pick those and display them using habit cell view inside the image selection view. So here I'm adding some more code to the task creation view to basically enable the display of my image selection view whenever I click on the pencil icon on the image. So here I am creating a view inside the task creation view with the name of days view, which is going to basically display just the name of the weekdays and weekends in the form of a age tag. Now I have added some of the code for the selection and deselection of these days, and as you can see that I've created an array for this purpose, and whenever it is selected the background will change to basically yellow, and on deselection it will turn to white. Now there is a text field that will help us to basically count or tell the number of days we want to continue this activity for. For suppose we want to continue an activity on each Monday and continue it for like 14 days. So it will be involved 2 Mondays. So that count will represent basically how many days we want to repeat in future for the scheduler that we have created for the daily move. Now I'm creating here another view with the name of day view, and how I'm going to use it I'm going to show you in a few moments. But there are some helper functions we require, and there are two formatters that we have created: day of the week formatter and day formatter. And you can see that the first one basically displays the day in the form of like Monday as MO, and the last one is basically that is going to display the date, like 1 2 3 4, the dates of different days inside a month. So this is basically the view that will help us to create the weekly view, in which we are going to display the day of the week on the top and then basically the date at the bottom. So basically it will be Monday and the date on the Monday of our current week. And again, there will be background selection with it depending upon if we click it or not. So the color will be yellow when it's clicked, otherwise it is going to be white. This is going to basically log us on which days of the week we want to schedule our habit. So depending upon the mode of selection of our picker, I have basically set two of the views, one for daily and one for weekly. And for monthly, I have basically left the else open for now. And then I have created the button to create the task by clicking on the button of create task. You have seen that while creating the tasks inside the task creation view, I have set some of the values as default. I'm going to adjust them in the next part of the video to basically schedule the tasks properly. So the scheduler UI is only created in this part, the working is not complete. So you have seen that I've played the code. The buttons are getting selected and deselected properly according to the functionality that I want to see on the screen. And the create task button is also working fine, and the task is created without entering any details. So we need to add some of the checks to it also, that some of the details should be added for a certain task. So the last view that we are going to create in this part of the tutorial is basically the monthly view, which is going to display a complete month of dates so that we can select any of the dates and we can repeat it month wise. So here you have seen that I have created a date view with some of the properties like is current month, which is going to basically highlight all the days of our current month. And then there is today variable, which is not working for now. I'm going to basically make it start working in the next part of the tutorial. Then there is selected, just like all of the views, which help us to basically check that if a certain date is selected or not for scheduling. And then there is a text, which is basically just the date of the month that we want to display. And then there is an extension calendar that we have added. This is basically added to get all of the dates inside a certain range, because when we are going to change the month, a certain number of dates are added before it and after it. And I'm going to show you how it's being displayed on the screen. So follow all these steps. Here I'm creating some of the helper functions inside the monthly view. One is to get the month of the year, which we want to display on the top of the calendar view. Another one is basically get calendar days, which is going to basically help us get calendar days from the extension of the calendar that we have just created. Then there is another function that we have created is current month, which is going to basically check the dates against the calendar and see if it belongs to the month that is basically ongoing at the moment, or is this month finished. So it is going to basically color the cells according to it. All the cells that belong to our current month will be colored white, otherwise they will be left as slightly gray or black. So here I'm setting the view of my monthly view. It is a lazy week grid on the top. The days of the week will be mentioned just like a normal calendar. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, etc. are mentioned for the first for each loop, and after that the next for each is going to basically iterate all of the days inside the calendar using the function that we have added, and it is going to display them in the form of date view that we have created inside this class. Then I'm adding basically a text field that will help us to enter the number of months we want to repeat this task for. Just like we have added in the daily, we are also going to add a text field for our weekly scheduler. Now you can see that while I played the code, there is nothing visible inside the monthly click of the scheduler. This is due to the reason that we haven't called this monthly view inside the task creation view. So we are going to add its call there. So you can see that it is working properly, but there is an issue with this calendar. If you compare it with the calendar of your laptop, you are going to basically realize that the days and dates do not match. Like today is 31st and it's Monday, and it is displaying 31st as Tuesday. So I'm going to fix it now. So basically I've used the logic that our calendar uses. I have basically iterated all of the days of the week using calendar.current.weekdays, short weekdays symbols. And I have removed the previous code that I have used to basically display the day view. Now I am going to update the day view because it is only going to be used for weekly data. So I am going to edit the if else that I have added there. So this is the complete code for the monthly view. So we are able to successfully create a task which is simple without scheduling for now. And the next part is basically to add the scheduler values inside the system to make these values persist throughout the runs, and then create a notification. All of these parts will be covered in the upcoming tutorials. So this is all for this video. Do not forget to like and share this video and subscribe to this channel, and stay tuned for the next parts. Thank you for watching.